Hi, and welcome to Tech Talk, y'all, episode 405. I'm Adam Walker.
And I'm Sanjay Parekh.
We've got a great, short-ish episode ready for you today. On a Thursday. We're recording on a Thursday, which is unusual, so I'm ready for it. You here for it?
I'm here for it, yeah. I think we're shortish because, the mayor was here last time, so we just kind of rested on our laurels, I guess.
In all fairness, knowing us, we'll still go long. So that's how this is going to go.
Yeah.
We've got a good show coming up for you. We're going to talk AI. We're going to talk Waymo. We got some Netflix stuff. A little bit of Matthew McConaughey mix it. I don't think we've ever talked about Matthew McConaughey on Tech Talk Y'all before. So
I think you're right. I don't think we ever have. We've never uttered his name before.
Yeah, we got transatlantic thrombectomies. I mean, just sheer gold coming at you today. So whatever that is.
And all of us are like, what is a thrombectomy? And I'm here to tell you, we don't know, but we're going to talk about it anyways.
Yeah. No, but we are also going to have Weird and Wacky, and we got Tech Recs at the end. And we have a Tech Rec that I'm particularly excited about, so stay tuned for that.
I think we're both excited about. So, yeah.
All right, let's get started. First up, AI PowerPoint killer Gamma hits a $2.1 billion valuation, 100 million annual or ARR, annual recurring revenue, I guess. Founder says, according to TechCrunch, I use Gamma.app, and oh my gosh, it is one of the greatest tools in existence. I freaking love it.
Yeah, I saw one of your recent presentations, and I actually asked you, like, what'd you do that in? Yeah, and it was Gamma, and I'd never heard of Gamma before. I started looking at it. It looks pretty good. I haven't used it yet, but it looks good.
So 2 weeks ago, last week, I was supposed to give a presentation about my AI usage. And I was like, all right, ChatGPT, you're going to help me plan out my presentation on AI usage. And here's what we're going to do. I want to make sure I mention these 4 things, ask me some questions, and then spit out an overview, like an outline of the slides for me. So I go back and forth with ChatGPT for 5 minutes. It spits out the slide outline for 10 slides. I literally copy and paste that into Gamma, and I'm like, go. And it produces this beautiful slide deck. I didn't edit anything at all in it. It was fine. And I went and gave the presentation, and it was fantastic. So,
did you tell them you did it all in AI, the presentation?
Oh, of course I did. Yeah, okay, it was a talk about AI. And I was like, and this is exactly what Gamma spits out. And it's got like these AI generated images and good color scheme and excellent fonts. And like, it was really well done for being instantaneous. And Gamma's free plan has you can get a lot of decks built in a free plan. It's really fantastic. So it's very much worth your time to look into Gamma.
Yeah, I've not signed up for an account yet, but I probably need to. So
there's still time.
Sounds like Gamma might be the next one, and maybe they're somebody that's going to get picked up in an acquisition. You never know, by like a Canva or somebody like that.
Could be.
Well, something else that's getting picked up is you. Waymo robotaxis are now giving rides on freeways in LA, San Francisco, and Phoenix. I think I like this. So this didn't exist when we were in San Francisco just recently, but as I mentioned previously, we took a Waymo while we were in San Francisco, and it was kind of nice. Like, I kind of loved it.
So here's the thing, right? And I have a question for you. So it's one thing to be on the surface streets of San Francisco in a Waymo. You're hitting 40 miles an hour.
Right.
You know, you're stopping and starting. It's another thing to be going 70 miles an hour in one. So my question to you, Sanjay, is at what speed are you no longer willing to ride in a car that's autonomously driven? That's what I want to know. Like, is it like, so if you're getting a Waymo on the interstate, you're willing to go 65. That's we got, that's the established norm. Would you do 75? Would you do 85? At what point does it become too uncomfortable for you?
Yeah. So a couple of thoughts first. First, you're assuming that you can ever go the speed limit on the 101 in San Francisco. Depending on the time of day, that is definitely not true.
I think in Phoenix, you could probably go the speed limit somewhere. That's my guess.
In Phoenix, maybe on the highway, you can go that speed.
Yeah.
But LA, San Francisco, you're not, right?
Yeah,
like they might as well be surface streets at this point.
Got it. Fair enough.
So, okay. So the other part of your question is like, look, we do ride in autonomous vehicles, and that go very, very fast, except they are on tracks. Like the plane train at the Atlanta Hartsfield Airport.
For sure.
Autonomous.
Right.
doesn't go that fast, but there's other trains that go really fast like that. So, So I think your question is twofold. Is it, it's freely drivable. It could go anywhere.
I'm talking about autonomous cars. Because there's so much more that can, I mean, as we've proven with that, like Tesla from San Francisco to Florida, you know, wrecked in the first 50 miles thing. It's like, there's so much that can go wrong. So at what point are you not willing to ride in that vehicle?
Yeah. So I think it depends on the roadway itself. Like once that roadway is filled with just autonomous vehicles and there's no humans doing dumb stuff.
I'm talking about today.
I think
right now,
so today,
what's your limit?
I don't know, probably 65, 70, something like that.
I agree. I'm not going more than, I don't want to go more than 65. 80 feels terrifying in an autonomous vehicle.
And I think it also depends on the car. Right? Like if it's a very safe car, like you putting me in a Volvo that's autonomous, I'm a little bit more willing than if it's like, I don't know why I'm going to pick on this
where
car.
the seams don't match. Like, you know, that's less comfort to you.
Yeah. And the firefighters can't get you out because they can't access the handles. I was going to say a Ford Pinto, but you know, like
also true.
I don't know why I'm picking on the Pinto, but you know, it is what it is. So I think a lot of it depends on kind of the situation.
Yeah. All right. Next up, inside Netflix house, a big bet on experiential entertainment. Netflix apparently has a house. You can get into it for free. It has experiences inside of this house. And no, you do not have to be a Netflix subscriber to waltz through it. So when are you going? That's what I want to know. First question.
I mean, the minute they have one here in Atlanta, I think I'm in. You know,
I'll go in Atlanta.
Looking at the pictures of it, it reminds me of a place that I went to with one of my kids. I think it's called the Museum of Ice Cream. And
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, it was awful.
You said it was terrible. Yeah.
It's like the ice cream is not good. It's not really meant for the ice cream. It's really meant to take like selfies of you and stuff to post on Instagram. And so this Netflix house, to me, a lot of the inside looked like that. That's what I think it's going to become. People are going to go there just to be able to take selfies so they can show off on Instagram.
But in all fairness, people go to a lot of places just to take selfies and show off on Instagram. That's a pretty common.
That's a very good point. If we could just concentrate them all in the Netflix house and leave the rest of the world open for normal humans, I would be a huge fan of this.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's advocate for
it. Yeah. Somebody else is doing. Matthew McConaughey and Michael Caine team up with 11 Labs for AI generated versions of their voices. So they've signed on. There's a bunch of other celebrities that have signed on too. So they're contributing their voices, and I presume they get paid when their voices get used for stuff.
Yeah, I kept looking for that, and I couldn't find. I mean, they got to get paid somehow. But I mean, like the creepy thing to me is that, like, you could have Matthew McConaughey voicing a commercial with all right, like 100 years from now. Like that's the weird part about that. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but like it's a little weird.
Yeah. But his estate would get the money for it, and you know, then his descendants would get paid somehow. So I think 11 Labs should be talking to us, because I think we are very well-known voice people on the internet. You know, I mean,
that's true.
Tech
that's
news
fair
comedy.
Listen, on the Matthew McConaughey angle, I saw a clip of the actor that played Jim Halpert, whose name I'm not remembering.
John Krasinski.
That's it. And he was for some reason, he was in a courtroom with Matthew McConaughey. I think like both their spouses were like getting like sworn in as citizens or something. Okay. And they were in a courtroom, and the judge came in and said, "All rise." And in John's mind, he's thinking, "All rise, all rise, all rise." And he's like smirking. He said it was like the best joke he could never tell. Like that. That's so good, right?
That's so funny.
All rise, all rise, all rise. So there you go. All right, moving on to the next one. I teased this one. World's first transatlantic thrombectomy heralds new era of stroke treatment. Now, this was not performed on a live patient. They removed a blood clot from a cadaver, and I think it was a surgeon in Scotland. Is that? Do I remember that correctly?
Right, yeah.
And I think a cadaver over here. So I kept looking to find out like what the internet connection speed was, and I could never quite find that, which was disappointing. But that's pretty cool. And I mean, it really begins to mean that you can have these incredibly skilled surgeons that can save so many more lives across the entire globe with good connections. Like that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So this is apparently is a state-of-the-art surgery done in people that are having strokes has a very high probability of improving their outcomes in this. And so initially when I read the article, the title, I was like, oh, here's something dumb again, because you know what? The internet doesn't work all the time. And why don't you just have people there or whatever? Well, the point is that there's not a lot of people that do this.
That's right.
Every 6 minutes decreases that is delayed, decreases the outcomes by 1%, according to the article. And it's like, okay, I get that. And so if you've got nobody near you that can do this anyways, you might as well roll the dice on the internet, right? Not letting randos on the internet do it, but actually letting it.
As one does.
Hey, random person on the
internet. Here we go.
Time for some brain surgery. Who wants to do it? Letting a skilled, neurologist do this thrombectomy remotely. Like, I mean, that really does make a lot of sense. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. I like something else that's kind of cool and now really, really far away. On November 13th, 2026, Voyager will reach 1 full light day away from Earth. So the amount of time that it takes light to travel 1 day, that's how far it's going to be. It's going to be the furthest ever. I mean, it already is the furthest ever man-made object that has kind of gone far into the cosmos, into the solar system. But this is kind of incredible.
It's what's amazing to me is that we still have contact with that sucker. Like that's what's great. Like it's not surprising that we can send it out there like racing, however fast it's going, really fast, right? Okay, it's going to go really fast till it crashes into something, fine.
Right.
But the fact that we still have contact, oh my gosh, that's wild.
Yeah. So the article said that it likely will run out of power sometime in the 2030s. So that's right around the corner. But it's pretty amazing. And they also make the point of like, it took it 50 years to get to a distance where light travels in 1 day. And there's a humorous line in there that, that's the benefits of being weightless, like having zero mass, that you can travel really fast. Like, that's what light has.
It's
zero mass and can travel very fast. So there you have it. Yeah.
Time for the Weird and Wacky segment.
Abominable snowman.
He's not an axe murderer. One of the TAs turned out to be a bot.
All right, Sanjay. I feel like I need you to taste test this next item, and I need to video it. This looks horrifying. All right, so Oreo just launched Thanksgiving dinner flavor cookies. Let me read that again. Oreo, the cookie manufacturer, just launched Thanksgiving dinner flavored cookies, but there's a catch. The catch is that they're also dipped in chocolate that's also flavored like Thanksgiving dinner flavors. This seems like a terrible idea. I forget, what were the flavors? Like, this is a terrible idea.
There's 6 of them. It gave me flashbacks to the episode that you and I did of tasting Japanese Kit Kats.
That's just so great.
Which,
so great.
So there's 6 flavors. There's pumpkin pie, creamed corn, sweet potato, caramel apple pie, cranberry sauce, and turkey and stuffing. And out of those, there's only 2 that I think I might want to taste, which is pumpkin pie and caramel apple pie.
Yeah, like several of those sound okay, but like turkey and stuffing flavored cookie? No. Don't. Why would you do that to people? And there were like some of the comments were like, as soon as I saw this, I rushed out and bought it. It's like it's like $20, and the shipping is like $20. Like, what is happening? Like, this is freaking insane. Oh my gosh.
It almost does deserve a special Tech Talk Y'all episode where we do a taste test, but I don't think there's some of those. I think there's some of those that I would never put in my mouth. So
you would never put turkey and stuffing flavored in your mouth. It's never going to happen.
Being vegetarian, that's not in my bailiwick stuff. So not doing that.
That's a hard pass on that one.
They should have made 2 versions of this. So the Thanksgiving dinner and then the vegetarian Thanksgiving dinner version, which I don't know what
what's in the vegetarian thing. What flavor would be in the vegetarian version of this cookie?
Well, it would definitely be alcohol free, so it would be virgin. Yeah. Actually, that has nothing to do with being a vegetarian. What would it be? I don't know. Like, I guess it'd be a tofurkey or something. I don't know what it would be. It would be something.
You don't
else.
eat tofurkey.
I don't eat it either. I don't eat that. Yeah. I don't know. You
kale. It's kale flavor. We need kale flavored Oreos. That's obviously what it is.
A salad, a garden salad flavor.
Salad flavor. It's got. I can see myself eating it now, like crunching into. It's like earthy tones, like and the cookie. It's disgusting.
I think they should go like to hit different ethnicities. All right, like for India, they should be like a samosa flavored one and a jalebi flavored, like some some good desserts.
Okay.
Like
now we're talking.
Those suckers, right?
We can do that.
Like if you want to go nuts like this, here's the marketing plan. Oreo, Nabisco, listen to me here. So every country, a lot of countries, not every country, a lot of countries have an Independence Day. In the U.S., a lot of these ethnicities and people from these countries exist here. So here's your market. So then develop a special Oreo pack celebrating those countries' independences that happened during that time, using the desserts from those countries and make special Oreo flavors of those desserts.
I feel like that's going to sell less than the gross Thanksgiving one, though. Sadly,
probably.
Like I think I fundamentally agree with your approach. I think it's not going to sell. That's the sad part.
I think you're 100% correct, but I just want to live in a world where there's not gross Oreos.
You and me both.
That's what I'm saying. Something that somebody else wants to live in a world without because they didn't accept it. OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman served with a subpoena on stage at a San Francisco event, and then it says, watch what happened next. And not really much happened next. Basically, this a process server from a public defender's office served or tried to serve a subpoena to Sam Altman, who'd been apparently dodging them at this event. And he got up on stage and security got all over him and they were angry or whatever. And somebody else accepted the subpoena, but you have to actually hand the subpoena to the person, I think, that is being served. So
I would think like there's a handful of people on the planet that would be exceptionally difficult to hand a subpoena to. And I would think Sam Altman with OpenAI being what it is certainly one of those individuals. Like it is not, you're not getting up close to him unscreened for sure.
And I think, I mean, I've got so many thoughts on this. Like, if you want to be viewed as like a regular person trying to do regular things, like just take the subpoena.
Yeah.
Like
go deal
court,
with the thing.
Just deal with it. You've got an army of lawyers. It's going to be fine.
Just have them deal with it. It'll be fine.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, I think it's this continued air of like, I'm better than you and all this stuff. And just all the things that they do is maybe not the best.
It's not ideal.
Tech wreck, time to get your tech wreck.
Tech wreck. Chicky.
Tech wreck. Time to get your tech wreck.
Okay, Adam, it is time for some fun tech wrecks, or you've got a fun tech wreck for sure. Yeah. What do you got for us this week?
All right, I'm going to recommend Granola.ai. Granola is an AI note-taking tool, and I like it. So I've recommended Read.ai before, and what Read does is when you have a meeting, it joins the meeting as an entity, and it records the video, it records the audio, it transcribes it, it gives you summaries, it gives you all that stuff. That's all fine. Granola works on my local machine, and I hit record or whatever on it, and it picks up my microphone, so it captures everything I say, and it picks up everything coming through my speakers, so it captures everything spoken to me, and it knows when when I'm logged into a meeting. It goes, oh, hey, I saw you just started a meeting on whatever platform you want. Do you want to record this? But what I like about Granola is it doesn't actually record the audio or the video. What it does is it creates a transcript of the audio, and then it summarizes that, uses AI to summarize that. And then I can go back at the end of the day and say, hey, based on all of my meetings today, what are my tasks? And it can just like list out all the tasks from those meetings, and I can ignore most of them. And then go, oh, that one, I'm glad I found that one, right? And so it does a really good job of putting all that stuff together. And then at the end of the week, I can go, hey, what are my primary projects for this week? And it'll map out that. And hey, when's the last time I talked to Sanjay? What did we talk about? And it'll tell me that. And you can list out all the people that you've talked to. and see all the meetings that they were in based on the meeting invites as well. You can put things into folders. And then most recently, I created a folder called Zapier. So anytime I put a conversation from Granola into the Zapier folder, it triggers a zap in Zapier where it sends off that transcript to OpenAI. OpenAI transcribes it and creates all the to-dos I need and puts those into Todoist for me automatically. And so before I had Read.ai that was doing that with every single call, but I don't need to-dos from every single call. Sometimes I just need them from one call from the day, not 5. And so I was having to go through and clean that up a bunch. Now I don't have to do that, which is great. So yeah, I'm really liking Granola. I know you like Granola as well. What are your thoughts?
I've been using it. So one of the things that I think is fantastic in there is that you can create meeting templates. And so you can actually tell it how you want it to process a conversation, and you can tell it the sections of the notes that you want it and kind of explain it and like how much detail and, you know, what is it supposed to put in that section and everything. And then your notes, you can just say like, hey, run this template against this conversation. And it creates those notes in the form that you want it. Like I'll do a couple of things.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah. So I'll do a couple of things because a lot of times, you know, I'm meeting with random people and I will tell them stuff about myself or company or whatever. Honestly, I don't need that in a transcribed meeting notes system.
Yeah.
Because I already know the things about me. Like I don't need that again.
You know
right?
you? Yeah, you're good.
I know me, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to read it. And so I will tell it in the template, like, look, don't add anything about me that I tell them or whatever. Like if it's about the actual ideas or the things that we're discussing, definitely include those. But
right.
All the other stuff, don't include all that garbage. And so I think it gets a really much more focus. And I know you've always been good with the meeting notes thing and actually taking notes as you're going and stuff like that. I've never been good with that. And this has been fantastic for me.
Yeah, it's gold.
And I'll add one extra tip. I actually take these meeting notes and then I add them into my Obsidian. And so then they're kind of in this kind of knowledge base and then it's searchable and all that stuff. So I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. All right, Sanjay, what do you have for us this week?
So I've got a little tool for you that seems like you might not need it, but I think you definitely do need it if you travel anywhere. So it's the Anchor Nano Travel Adapter. So this is a very small travel adapter that works across many, many different countries. So it's got this little pop-out thing and whatever. Now, here's the thing. Even if you don't travel out of the country, you need to buy one of these. And here's the reason why. If you fly in an airplane, how many times have you been there where you've tried to plug in and the plug is no longer tight because a billion people have plugged devices in and out of those things and the contacts are
falling out. Yeah.
It always keeps falling out and you're like struggling. You're like, you're using your foot to prop it up and it's this whole thing, right? You don't need to live like that. You buy one of these things, it's like $18 and you flip out the European plug, which is the round 2-prong thing, and you jam it into that bad boy because those plugs on the planes take every different kind of plug.
Oh.
You use that, and I've done it now on a few flights, and it is tight. It stays in there. It doesn't fall out. And this travel adapter, you can plug in your own device on top of it, right? So if you've got an adapter, you can or it's got a bunch of USB ports on the side, so you could just plug in there.
Love that.
So check it out. It's another Anchor product. They do a great job. The packaging, the device itself is so small. It is really easy to just buy it, throw it in your bag, and then when you need it, you got it there. There you go.
Love that. I love that. All right, Sanjay, how can our listeners find and connect with you?
They can find me at sanjayparekh.com. What about you, Adam?
You can find me on my website at adamjwalker.com. But the real question for you is, what's the fastest vehicle you think you've traveled on that was autonomously controlled to date?
Autonomously controlled?
Yeah, autonomously, yeah.
I don't know. It's probably 60 miles an hour, 55, 60 miles.
Not one of the speed trains?
I mean, there's a person up front. That's not autonomous to me.
But they're not. You just did the steering wheel thing.
No, it's like the
train.
The little train things.